Welcome to FACEIT TV, ladies and gents. We have, of course, the third map between these two awesome teams, and it's going to be Cash, so I'm excited. 3D Max and Flipside, they've been looking quite good on their respective maps. Bit one-sided on Mirage for Flipside, and then incredibly one-sided on Overpass for 3D Max.
It's in the past, DDK. It doesn't matter anymore. It's 1-1. It's like best of one now.
But you have to use the history and learn from it. That's how we improve.
That is true.
James.
That's absolutely true, DDK.
That's why Thorin is the best human being ever, because he's got the most history.
Thorin wants you to die like Robb Stark in Game of Thrones.
I know, he said that, didn't he?
That's why he's the best
but
human.
But it's a good thing that I don't look like him then.
That's why he's the best human being.
That's a bit of a grim statement.
He wants you to get shanked, bruv.
He
wants you to get wrecked.
Do you approve of this?
I'm not sure.
Do you approve of grievous bodily harm?
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes. In what situations? When people have stolen your grenade. I tried that. I thought about it once.
When they've taken my CD rack, ain't gonna get my CDs back.
These dirty references.
We are rambling something disgusting right now. Flipside, CT, pistols. Excuse me. Only Khan with the CZ on the terrorist side. We've seen what MBK can do with the CZ on the CT side.
One is enough. One is most frankly just enough.
Yeah, I think the play from CZ in recent days has just been disgusting. Disgusting like the sewers in Overpass.
All right, so
disgusting like DDK's jokes.
3D Max are going to go in. And we're going to see if they're going to be able to pull this push off. They have Zate wrapping around the side, going to take down Dumas instantly, switching over to the weapon as Natu, loud and proud on top of the red container, going to swiftly drop down as the frags do come in. And we have a 3-on-4 situation. The retake trying to get in there, but this smoke is making things a little bit difficult. Flipside are going to rely on Twist here to try to clear out Forklift, but he doesn't like what he sees, falls back. And they are not finding much in the way of kills right now. There's still 4 players alive. How is it even possible right now? We get the frags from Natsu and Khan to finish it off. And 3D Max with 4 surviving players. And even actually some grenades still as well. Even though they're decoys. They're grenades.
What does that say on the back of the Galil? It says like Neek top or something. I haven't seen it before. Anyway. That is a good start here for 3D Max. 1-0 here on the T side, the less favored side. Look at the guns here. This is a smorgasbord of guns on the T side. We've got an MP7, a Galil. Only a pistol for Zate. Going to be ecoing for that AWP. Looking for those 3 golden letters later on. Khan going to play close here with the CZ, but sorry, Benji. But Khan says no with the CZ75. Smith's going to get 2 frags. This is disgusting. I can't even talk, DDK. Please help me here. Oh my god, my brain just slowed down to...
Well, Zende is going to be coming in from the flank, and he does have a Disturb pretty low, and they're on some SMGs right now, so the CZ could provide some damage. He's got himself the Kevlar helmet as well, so Zende has some level of durability as he is making his way in, but Disturbed is going to spot him very soon. There it is. There's the spot. Khan ready with the P90 now, and the spray down's going to be more than enough to deal with that. And James, did a cat got your tongue, or what's going on?
I need a moment here, DDK.
All right, well, I'm not going to give you one. You don't deserve it.
Anyway, looking at the kills here on the CT side, we can see Twist has 4 and 2. 2 losses to 4 frags. He is the only person on the scoreboard for Flipside. He's going to be looking over at his teammates and saying, come on, guys. I mean, like, no, seriously, come on, guys. They've all got around 2,000 in the bank, save for Twist, who's got around 3. This will be the last eco here for the CTs after losing the pistol. And again, Zate, just with the CZ75, going to be looking for that early AWP. Disturbed and Natu still with an and a P90 respectively here. 2 AKs coming up for Reflex and Khan. Khan getting a first frag here on Twist in mid. Just going to ask some questions of the CTs as to where the terror side are going. 1-man advantage early on, but again, this is their eco. They don't even have any special pistols. It's the box standard USPS and P2000s here as the Ts do take control of the mid area. They're aware that the CTs are ecoing, and they're looking for them, trying to keep that range game going for as long as possible. Reflex will spot a player in the CT area. Is going to be pushing back towards the A site here. That is going to be Benji, in fact. Zarte is in A main, just waiting for the time being as the rest of his team push through to CT spawn in numbers together. Zende looking for the flank, but Nalty says no with his P90. And we 2 CTs remaining here, and they are both on the A bomb site. They could find themselves meeting Zarte shortly. Look, well, that's one pass. Goes for the second one. Excellent play there.
Nice.
Gets the second frag as well. Very nice decision making from Zarte, exploiting the use of sound there to wait for the second man.
Okay, so we do see Twist stepping up to the plate with the AWP. Zarte has himself one as well, so it's going to be interesting to see now where the ops are going to be placed. Zarte, if he's going to go for a timing on middle towards white box, or just going to go for the defensive play towards A main. Does look like that's what's going to transpire now, as Reflex seems to be the B storage man here for 3D Max, just there to provide a level of threat and presence to keep Flipside in the dark as long as possible. Flipside haven't got anybody spawning into A main just yet, although they do have a player on position towards that angle. Perhaps on the boxes there. In fact, I don't think he is, but it looks like quite a passive spread right now for 3D Max. I think they're looking at even a delayed mid-take here, but with Zende in the vents, that would be very difficult.
Indeed, and that was a great aim for the wallbang there by this turn, but Twist only going to be on 85 HP, so minimal damage there from that particular aim on penetration. Reflex trying to go for a wallbang as well, but there will be nobody home. So early days here for both teams. We do have aggressive positioning here from Khan, just waiting by the door. Zarte just creeping up towards A main, looking to get that opening frag for his teammates to follow through on. Just checking all his corners, making sure doesn't get shot in the back of the head. And he is going to be peeking someone shortly. Shortly, it's going to be Twist, who's holding the angle also as the AWP. Looks away just at the wrong time. The smokes and flashes coming in here on the A site from 3D Max.
And they're going to make their way in. Twist behind that smoke. Can he find anything? He's quite blind at the moment as well, but same can be said for 3D Max as they charge their way into the bomb site. Disturbed all the way on top of them now. Dumas! Oh, Dumas with 2, holding it down behind the red container. Zarte up on top right now, looking for the quick shots from the hip. Has to pull out the CZ, but that is a trusty weapon and a half, as he's going to get that bomb planted in the end regardless. As now Benji is going to make his way up from short. Zante now with the spot, ready with the AWP. He hits the tag, but that's not going to be enough. Benji surviving. He's without a leg now, thanks to Zante, but he is going to get the defuse anyway.
Soldier of Fortune style. I used to love that. Shoot someone in the leg with a shotgun. No more leg. 3D Max, that could have gone a lot better for them. Disturbed, I don't know what he was doing. He was running around the bomb site, getting his AK out, getting his pistol out. I don't know if he was trying to cycle to a particular thing, but he couldn't get it out in time, and he couldn't afford any offense because his gun wasn't out to pull the trigger. So he was fairly useless on that bomb site there, and 3D Max do find themselves losing their first round of this first half. Could have been a lot different if he had a gun out to actually shoot someone in the face. That's going to be a nice counter flush. Going to slow down 3D Max just a little bit as they push towards the B bomb site. We do have Zende and Benji on the B bomb site at the moment with their sausage torpedoes, looking to fire one into the face of these Ts if they do choose to push here with the bomb. Again, now 4 Ts outside the B bomb site, so we may see something soon from them. Possibly flashes coming through the window. We've got Reflex in the right place to throw those nades. Sorry, that's not him. That is, in fact, going to be Zarte with the nades. So let's see if this push does come in. We do have Reflex just looking around, waiting for the flank just in case. It looks like Dumas in the aggressive position in A main.
They smoke themselves off to get into the vent room here, just so they can have a better angle to actually take down the players on the bomb site. Dumas is going to peek in from Squeaky, find a player there, so this might actually delay the rotation a little bit. But now they do see the movement, the aggression coming in. Zarte taking down Twist up top as Benji now in the bomb site goes down as well. Disturbed with a great shot, and that is a very swift bomb plant. But it's going to be very difficult now for even Flipside to actually survive with their weapons. 3D Max should be going for the hunt relatively soon. They got a 5 versus 2 advantage, so that's going to really cue them to understand that, okay, surely they're not going to go for this. Let's just go hunting right now.
Indeed, just quickly look at the money, and there isn't the money there for the CT side, so they are going to want to save these weapons, but Reflex is getting closer and closer with that Safari Mesh AK. Just having a quick shoulder peek there to see if he can find any CTs holding an angle, because he knows there's an AWP alive. Looking in an interesting angle there on that corner, probably expecting a double stack. but the double stack there wasn't, and he does lose his life towards the end of that round. So 4-1 in favor of 3D Max so far. Good start for them on the less favored side here on Cash. But let's see if Twist can put this AWP to work. We've got 3 with armor now, 2 of them without helmets, against 5 AK, sorry. So that's not going to matter too much. Got Zende with the CZ and Benji with a P250. So they're going to be looking to play some close quarters combat. Try and get those one-shots to the face or those spray downs with that CZ. But 3-man push, it looks like, towards the mid area here. Going to be in the tunnels, but Twist, the AWP player, is going to take down the first frag. That's going to be disturbed down on the B-bomb side. The bomb is in the vicinity, and that's the bomb down there, but Reflex does get the trade kill. So hopefully they can retrieve that now.
They are going to make they're waiting for the retake slowly. It's a 2-on-3 situation. There's no kit though, so it might be a little bit too difficult to actually pull this off. Time is really against them, but they're both going to come through the vents. Reflex there below will take the first frag. Doesn't know there's a second player there though. And he is just waiting patiently. He's going to get dropped down upon by Dumas. Still though, there is really limited time. Dumas has to just go for it. He's not messing around, and he's going to get gunned down in the approach. So another round going towards 3D Max, and they are certainly in a very good position. They haven't got quite the bank you'd expect, because a lot of damage has been done repeatedly by Flipside, but they just, once again, aren't really able to close the rounds.
Waiting to see what Zende does. He is going to go for the Kevlar only and the FAMAS. Once again, he is going to be up against 5 AKs here, so he won't need the helmet for this round. You have only Twist with the Silence M4, so we can see if we can make a use of the stealth of that gun. DreamHack going to smoke off A main, so that's going to be a significant amount of the map in control of the CTs for the time being. You can see Zarte's holding the angle there, so the smoke may not be entirely covering this angle. If DreamHack peeks at the wrong time, he could fall here. It does see the shoulder, but he will fall to Zarte after all, and that's going to be A main back in favor of the Ts. And it looks like we might see a 2-man push here as GoTV wants to stare at a dead body, so we will move back to Zarte as he will try and get the second frag on the A bomb sites. Do have Twist playing close, so he needs to be careful. That box will give him a lot of cover, but he walks out of it, and he does get taken out by Twist. He will fall to the Swedish player, and that is going to make things even again as Khan goes for some wallbangs through the door. We do have 2 3D Max players in the mid area. One is boosted, and that will allow the rest of his players to go towards A, so they can try and get a quick pick on mid. Keep an eye on the CTs for rotations, and then just try and push. And it looks like the aggression is going to come in now from the CT, the T, sorry.
On top of the bomb site, playing quite cautiously at the back, though, waiting for them to come into their reticles, and that's going to be exactly what happens. 2 quick frags there. In comes Twist from the side. And once again, Twist there with the 4 kill. That's going to secure them the round, and it's a very nice and clean round. And 3D Max now, they're going to have to slowly eat into that bank account that they've been running. And it's not going to look too pretty, in fact, as a couple of the players actually below what would be required for a standard buy, and instead opting to go for the CZs and a hell of a lot of grenades. They do have 3 Molotovs in hand, so lots of possibilities with this. I'll have to see how they decide to use them and what kind of knowledge they have when it comes to things like, set plays and placement, for example, into the vents. And we're going to see the counter boost coming in from Flipside. It's very quick though, and 3D Max might just be ready, and they are ready, but Flipside are going to be able to pick up the frag thanks to Twist, and they're going to back away on top of that, off the back of that kill. So 3D Max now just have to keep things calm.
Zarte is the one who needs to open up this round for his players. It's only one of the guys holding a pistol who fell, so could definitely be a lot worse for the T side right now. We can see Zarte heading towards A main again. He needs to open up and get these frags here to allow his teammate A to push the site with the more versatile AKs, and B, allow a Reflex to pick up a weapon. So we'll see what is happening here for both sides. Reflex is just waiting in the wings. He's going to play the close range game with the CZ, as is standard with that kind of weapon. The Molotov comes in through the vent, so now both teams will be unaware as to when the opposing team pushes through either side. Some footsteps in mid here as Reflex throws a nade out to sight, but that's not going to help them as the CTs do clean up here, only losing Twist. And
Zarte killing Khan there with the grenade. Nice team kill coming in for 3D Max. Not really going to help them out very much, as Flipside do re-establish their position on the map. And full buy for them. And just pistols here for 3D Max. So 3D Max haven't really been showing a lot of the tactical prowess we're used to seeing from some of the top echelon teams like in LDLC, for example, when it comes to the ability to know all the angles and set up the plays.
Bomb carrier down to 13 HP after walking past the smoke, straight into a grenade. We're going to see the push coming out onto the A site here. Not going well so far from the team. Only going to have Khan left, so that is, again, a nice cleanup. Twist seems to be the only man who wants to die for his team, and as Flipside do make the comeback real, 4 to 3D Max's 5 now, and 3D Max going to go for the force fire here. Got the nades, got the AKs. Let's see what they can do with this. We have the AWP on Dumas at the moment, possibly playing the spawn. Going to try and get a fast pick in the B area. Let's see what he can do with it. Not going to be challenged just yet, but they've got control of the vent area, so they could boost into mid should they wish. I think they have also potentially shot it open on one of the sides. But it's going to be a passive start to the round here for 3D Max.
They have been relying a lot on early picks and not a lot on tactics and rehearsal, it seems, or at least anything as complex as we're used to seeing from some of the very top teams on cash at the moment. So, you know, 3D Max still has some work to do, and Flipside able to so far play very well against what they have to show, but 3D Max are picking up the rounds. They have so much skill behind their players. It is quite scary just how good some of these pins are, and we are going to see them working towards this B split right now. There aren't much in the way of defense up on middle thanks to the wall of smokes, but they have such a presence in the vent room. They're going to get dropped there. The entry's coming very quickly now for 3D Max as the Finns charge onto the bomb site. There is not much for Flipside to really do. It's a 4-on-2 situation, and despite having 2 kits, they don't have any utility, no grenades, and perhaps a pop flash up top down into the vent rooms could allow Berg to actually break out of that, or Twist to break out of that position, but instead they're going for the safe thing and to save the weapons. And certainly very nice play there from 3D Max. I like the standard round that they played there, just playing it very defensively, spread out across the map, coming in for the wall of smokes on middle, the delayed mid take into the B play, and just executing, getting the entries. It's a very simple round, but a very effective one.
Indeed, and this will extend 3D Max's lead to an extra round. 2-round lead now, as we do find ourselves in round 11, the third trifecta of the first half. Is that right?
No.
No?
You're never right.
What the hell did I just say then?
I don't know. It wasn't English.
I'm going to Google trifecta, you can commentate.
So I commentate you Googling, see how your Googling goes, but alright, so 3D Max once again opening up with a very slow and passive round. Twist, the AWPer for Flipside, is in middle currently, and they are looking to go over the top. We can see some defensive positioning, from 3D Max. Obviously, Disturb's position on top of the container inside middle does tell us quite a lot about 3D Max's strategy in the early stages of this round. They want to just receive any pushes from Flipside should they feel desperate to go for an information play. And that so far is not really the case, and Flipside haven't even been pop flashing themselves or anything like that into a main. So far Flipside just playing a very reactionary style, awaiting 3D Max to make the move. As we see, Reflex ready to go over the top here, and perhaps the A split to come in. And Khan already going to spot the first frag onto Dumas as Dumas peeks onto Zarte, and things going really well. Now the distraction comes in, allows Reflex to open himself up onto the short angle, and he gets a free frag because of it. Perfect execution coming in. Everything going to plan for 3D Max as the Finns do roll up in onto the site. The bomb does go down, but it is actually a 2-on-2, so good shots fired so far by Flipside. The Swedes coming in very heavy with the execution, able to find an advantageous situation, as always going for the hole. There's nothing to be done from Khan, and he's actually going to be far away there as he was kept occupied. And Flipside 5-6 now, very even game we're looking at the moment.
Indeed, and trifecta was in fact the complete wrong word. I was indeed talking gibberish.
I knew it.
It's related to like betting and horses and things, so never mind that. Not that I'm a better of horses. But it is going to be 5-6 here. Flipside staying only one round behind Twist. Once again, going to have AWP, but he's going to get cut down straight away by Zarte. Then they with the trade frag. Berg coming in as well for Flipside, taking out Zarte. Going to be a one-man advantage here for the CT side. Make that 2 as then they takes out Khan. And the T's have fallen quickly here. They're quite spread out. Don't have the bomb at the moment, so this is a difficult situation for them. Could get the frag into vents. Indeed, they will. Reflex will take out Zende. There is one man still on the B bomb side, so he may be stuck here for the time being if the CTs are aware of his position. Indeed, they are now, as Benji does see Reflex, avoids the grenade. And the question is, how did 3DMax get the bomb back?
Well, of course, we can see exactly how Flipside are ready to deal with this. You know, having the players that they do. They've got Dumas, who has obviously got the crossfire set up with Berg there. And this is really what it's all about at the moment, as we see the pressure trying to come in from Disturb through middle and Reflex onto vents. This is just not going to happen. This crossfire far too strong, and 3DMax resting their hopes on Reflex with 6 health, although very much doubt he's going to be able to do much here, trying to get some wallbang action, but Flipside not giving up position just yet. 20 seconds left in the round. They know that they've got this. It's just about not letting any surprise moves happen from Reflex. He was just going to try to hold on to the AK right there. So we'll see what he's able to do if he's able to survive. They are looking for him. And Dumas clearing out the position in B storage, and now they think that he's gone to T spawn, so he has successfully evaded them and kept his weapon alive. And it's certainly a very, very good thing to do, considering how bad their money is. One AK can actually change everything, and considering how much damage they've been doing repeatedly, there are probably some teams that might even go for a full buy behind this, considering that Khan actually has some cash there of his own. But they aren't going to do that. They're going to just keep the AK alive and see what they can accomplish with some added CZs.
Indeed, we've seen some funky buys here on cash from ecoing T's. We've seen Virtus.pro go only AWP and pistols here, and they've made it work as well. On this occasion, we have the AK of Reflex and 4 pistols for the rest of his team. And Reflex will get the first frag on Zende. Can he retain, though? He is completely exposed up on top of mid, but he gets a second frag as well, so we may see the same thing that we saw from Virtus.pro. Disturbed falling, but Reflex is still alive with that AK and that armor. 24 HP, and still a one-man advantage for 3DMax. They will slow things down now and make use of that one-man advantage and keep the CTs wondering as to A, where the bomb is, and B, where the T's are in general. Reflex looking in the wrong way, and Berg will take him down. That gun may be irretrievable now, definitely is. Azarte's the last man standing, 19 HP versus 3 CTs. Does get taken out as well. And it was a great start there on the Eco by 3DMax, but they couldn't close it out. It's going to be the buy coming out indeed now for 3DMax. All AKs on the board so far. Natu going to be the last man to pick up a weapon. Will be an AK as well. The AWP still on Twist for the time being. He is going to be going towards the B-bomb site now. Going to keep rotating the position of that AWP so as not to be telegraphed in their tactics. And we are going to have a number of people coming towards this site here for the T's. This could go horribly wrong for one of these teams.
And how ugly is it going to get right now? Twist actually even moving close. This could be a disaster, but if they line up, that's going to be great. Twist does pick up the first kill as he does back off into the site. His support is quickly dropped, and now he's going to have to hold it alone. In goes the peak, gets flashed though. Things getting awkward here for Twist. Oh, that shot wildly flinging to the side, completely missing Disturbed, and that's going to be the bomb down. Of course, there is the retake attempt and a big play from Dumas in the back. If he can take down Zarte here, this is a really big win on the retake potential. Dumas, can he do this? Looking for the peak now, and it's going to be Zarte to take him down. So it's on Zende and Berg, who were waiting for him to accomplish that frag. Berg now looking for the one-on-one on the site, but there's 3 players peeking him at once, and that's going to be it for Berg, and 3DMax are going to take another round. And it's looking so close right now. 3DMax had a really good start, and we can't forget that Flipside came back, from a very, the position where they lost the pistol and had to break the economy. So it was a much harder effort for Flipside to bring themselves back into the game. But they did well to do so. But 3DMax looked like they could very well end this first half 8-7. Push here coming from Dumas. Going to get found out by Khan. And we're looking at another boost, it seems, right now. This is going to get boosted up. They're ready for this, though. They have the position to do it. Look at that. It's just a little slither of Natu was revealed there. Did take the kill. So they are getting desperate right now, pushing all over the shop. Benji will find himself a kill there in the vents. And then they does spot one over towards Squeaky. It's going to be the frag. And Benji's got a long run before he can reinforce Sende's position. Sende's got to do it alone. And here they come. Zende gets nothing. And 3D Max are looking very good. And go the smokes. And Benji's got nothing to lose in the last round. Dodge all these grenades that fire all over the place. And Disturbed will get the last frag. So 3D Max 8-7 as Flipside, despite having a good half, won't be the ones with the advantage moving into the second half.
Yeah, that is a really good half there for 3D Max, leading on the C side. But look at the kills on Twist. He has been AWPing and going huge for Flipside, keeping them in this game. But that AWP is going to be so much more important on the CT side. It's going to on the CT side for 3D Max. They're going to need to do just the same that Twist has been doing in order to take this match and win this best of 3 here. So it is going to be a battle of the AWPs once again on the second half. We can see that we've got 3 3D Max players in double figures at the moment on the frag board, and only Twist far and away ahead of his teammates here. So they're going to really have to pull their socks up if they are to get back into this match, because they're 1 round behind, but they're on the less favoured side. If they don't win the pistol, they are going to be in trouble here. So this match should be starting any time now. You can see Disturbed being going huge with the assists as well for his team.
They do have to pull up their socks, and I bought some socks today.
You did? You went to a fashion store to buy socks, and then you were shocked at the price?
Well, I wasn't shocked at the price. Well, I was a little bit.
You were shocked. You were shocked and disgusted.
It was
DDK.
In Central Station.
Shocked and
there was no...
Oh, yes. Let's break down the whole story for these guys. DDK's like, okay, guys, I need to buy some socks. Let's go and buy some socks. So like, okay, DDK, let's go buy some socks. So we went to, and DDK went to a department store in the biggest train station in Milan to buy these socks. He's like, oh, hey guys, look how expensive these socks are.
It's the only place I knew where to go.
Wow,
what the hell,
DDK,
James?
yeah, this is not a surprise at all to me, but this is clearly a shock to you. You're not prepared for the price of socks in fashion stores, DDK.
The only place I could have gone would have been like 5 metro stops in the wrong direction. So that was the only choice.
Wow. I
even asked some locals, and they're like, yeah, that's your best bet. So 14 euros for 2 pairs of socks.
Boom.
That hurts, man. It hurts bad.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. wallet.
R.I.P. in pieces.
Definitely a bit
R.I.P. in pepperonis. R.I.P. in pierogies, if you are in Poland. But in Italy, so what starts with P? R.I.P. in prosciutto. Yeah.
Prosciutto, there you go. You're proud of yourself.
R.I.P. in prosciutto. Let's roll.
Do you know what it means, though? Do you know what prosciutto
Cured
is?
ham.
Yes, it's ham, yeah.
I only know that because you told me yesterday.
Yeah.
I knew it was like meat.
Just
that's as far as it went for me. Oh, is that meat, mate? Oh, I'll have some of that.
All right, well.
Right, mate, got any meat?
Going into the pistol round now, so.
That's how we roll in Milan.
So your shenanigans need to come to a stop, James. This is too much.
Is it disturbing you? Is it
enough talk of
pressing your rhythm?
Enough talk of prosciutto for now. And we're going to have Flipside on the T side, as 3D Max now need to find themselves this pistol as well on the CT side on the defense. And we'll see how they set up for this. You know, lots of teams still have their own individual styles to bring to the table on this map on both sides. So it's one of the reasons why this map is so awesome. The diversity is huge. And we're going to see the push coming in from Flipside. Very simple stuff onto the A-bomb site, as it looks like they are going to have the smokes in place as well to really get themselves a very nice position. The bomb's going to go down momentarily as Twist is going to spot 3 players on the flank. That's huge information from Twist. Now they know exactly where they need to put the players. So it's a 4-on-4. Oh, Berg with 1 good frag, but they are going to take him down. And the engine, the 3D Max, the finished engine continues on through. That's a great shot there from Disturbed. Finding the head of Benji and coming around the side. Looking for the shots. He catches the back there of Zende. It's just 1 more to go down. And Dumas takes the frag down to 19 points of health. A measly 19. And that's all that was between that round going the way of 3D Max and Flipside. So it looks like Flipside going to get themselves a nice start.
Double scouts coming out here for 3D Max, and they're as good as AWPs in these anti-eco rounds. 11 kills on both Reflex and the sub. Let's see if they can make it 12. 2 scouts, 3 Zeds. This round is going to be dirty, guys.
This is beautiful stuff. This is what I like to see. We can see now if Flipside will adjust to this, because eventually they're going to discover that there's a scout, and once they see a scout, they can. Oh, there's the tag as well. They'll know exactly kind of the strategy that's coming in from 3D Max. So they need to approach it correctly after that. They can't play for the picks.
We've got the boost as well. I think that's going to be Natu up with the CZ. I mean, this is absolutely despicable play from the CTs. This could be very fruitful for them. That nade is going to come in and not do any damage whatsoever. Maybe all of 2 damage there on Khan. So that's going to be a wasted grenade from Flipside. They are pushing the A bomb site, but they still got to be careful. They're using those smokes to deny the scout vision. 3 fast frags going to come in after Natu takes out Dumas. So that's going to be the advantage Flipside, and now a retake with a CZ and the scout, not going to be easy.
Scout picked up. There's a nice tag there from Zate, as he might be able to find himself the finisher with the jump shot. Oh my god, that was disgusting there. Finds the head of Twist as the stab goes on top of the outer catwalk. And you can see now him getting taken down by Benji. So Zate with a lot left to do in this round.
He can just try and keep them on the site with that scout and go for the frags, or try and make them die. If they're smart, they'll go through the door. Does get one more, so that's going to be a hugely expensive round for Flipside. Their remaining players surviving with 30 to 44 HP, and 3D Max did manage to save the scout as well, so I think that was probably worth it for the damage they did, and they're going to be looking to do some more damage with that in this coming round.
Yeah, they definitely did acceptable amounts of damage there, that's for sure. And considering that Zate saved the scout, we're going to see that Khan is going to pick up the CZ and keep himself on a low buy in the future, just to be able to combine with the scout. And if we just check the positions here, we've got Khan over towards A main and Zate on middle. So they're actually going to try to push in for a bit of a squeaky push. A sneaky, squeaky push. And they're not going to spot more, pretty much anything right now. So it's going to be the information coming in over the voice very soon for them, and they will realize that Flipside are going to be pushing through B storage and making the approach and the flank quickly. But I don't know if it can be quick enough now, as 3D Max can be pushed to the defense straight away, smoked off CT spawn, and Zate will find himself on headshot, darting through the smoke. And there it is, kills coming in from the back. It's only going to be one though. Flipside cleaning up very well so far, very effective stuff, as Zate does find the head of Twist. And 2 players go down, so actually, once again, effective damage done by 3D Max.
Indeed, they made that scout survive 2 rounds and get multiple frags in.
Pretty much 5 in total off of that one scout.
I think 4 people died across 2 rounds there for Flipside, because 3 died in the previous round, and only 1 died in that round, so that does make a total of 4. But significant economical damage done to Flipside. They do, however, manage to find AWP, but there it goes, as Zate does find the frag faster than Twist. That trigger finger, those fibers, just switching a little bit faster than the terrorist side equivalent. So is an early advantage there, and that is going to be a exodus from the B bomb site for the terrorist side. Going to go potentially for a mid to A strat here, with the team spread out near the boost spot and A main. We may find a collision soon between these 2 teams as the door does get opened by Dumas. Got the nades coming in for the T side. The smokes are down by the forklift, but the other side of the forklift still open. Natu with 1 frag, Natu with 2 frags. Bomb is down. That's going to make things hard for T's here. It is by the smoke. They can plant it in that smoke as well. Khan finding another gap in the smoke, taking Dumas down. Benji, last man standing. No sausage torpedoes today, as Reflex will take him out. That is going to be a wrap in that round for the T side. 10-9 though. They still have a 1 round advantage versus 3D Max here.
It was a really nice counter flash there from Natu, and he was obviously able to pick up 2 of the kills. That basically hamstrung the push straight away, and that was very well done by him. And thanks to Natu, 3D Max are going to retain a lot of weapons as well. And this is definitely going to put Flipside in an awkward position. We're seeing the Eco coming in from them, and once again we can see that they were just shy of the buy there. Just shy of the buy, didn't have quite enough money to be able to string together the grenades, the full grenades, along with the weapons and armor. So right now they're working on the picks as they can find them with these weapons. They're going to be able to find a frag, holding down the vents. They're going to charge him out. And this is a really good engagement for him. Going to have to finally pop himself out of those vents to a better position. In comes the frags though, and Reflex is going to find himself behind the Flipside players there with that M4. And things are going quite swimmingly here for Flipside. For 3D Max rather, as Marty cleans up the last player. So now the buy from Flipside. We're all tied up, by the way. 10-10.
We are all tied up, as Adam Sessler would say, and the AWP is coming out once again, and that's going to be an important AWP. We've seen what Twist has been doing so far. I think he has 19 kills at the moment. His team slowly catching up with him, but he is going to look to extend his lead on the frag board with this AWP. We'll see where he goes. Zate will find him again, winning these duels here on the CT side. Early frags, getting the first frag once again. Orpa versus Orpa. The boost coming in, Natu going up versus on the A bomb side. Let's see if he can do on that side what we've seen Shroud do for Cloud9. We'll get the frag, it goes into the fire. 3 huge frags there for Natu. Only Berg standing. He has got the bomb. He could still do this. Has got the AK. 1 shot to the head and dead. See if he can get the bomb down, but he can't take down Zate, who will find him through the smoke. And excellent play there from Natu. Again, we saw what Shroud from Cloud9 could do, saving match point versus I by Power in that position. And we have seen Natu go huge for his team and put the T's on an eco here.
Hey, but Shroud just had a CZ.
Indeed he did.
Which was better than what we had here from from Natu, which was M4, right?
Well, thanks for just ruining the moment, DDK.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's gone now.
Anyway, we're going to have actually, let's just check his Zate. He's actually been mixing up his positions a lot. Now he's in A. He was in B, then in mid, and now in A. So he's
a mix-a-lot.
He is a mix-a-lot. So we'll have to see now exactly how the push is going to come in. It's already disturbed with 2 frags. Obviously facing up against the pistols, but they haven't found a single frag yet. There, a frag is found as Berg burns to death. But after all those CZs invested in, it's not going to come to much of, it's not really that cost efficient either way. The AKs, the no-nonsense AKs coming into play, all the grenades in the world as well. So we'll have to see what Flipside have in their repertoire, strategically and tactically, to pull out a round victory. And this smoke is so that they can take middle quite quickly, and if middle is smoked by 3D Max, they can get in front of that smoke. So they are being a bit slow about it though, looks like they didn't actually throw that smoke in the end. And Dumas going to find himself some trouble here, I think.
Shoulder peeking there by Dumas in A main. Won't find anything though. Looks away just as the 2-man push does come in A main, and they are moving forward towards mid through A main here. Let's have a look and see what they're going to do, if they're going to find someone. Dumas just looking for the flank here, and the flank he may find as CTs are heading up his position. He gets the first frag. Hasn't seen Natu though. Khan, sorry, did take down Natu. So Khan just going to take a second. Doesn't want to get called out straight away. But the T's going to show some aggression towards A main, just to make sure the flank doesn't continue. Berg does fall, that's the bomb down as well. And this is huge. Can he get a flash or a smoke down? He's going to smoke the bomb off from the T's as well, take a more passive position. So things going to get difficult here. There is a gap in the smoke though. Got to be careful. Flash coming in. Doesn't get the third frag. Zende taking out Khan. That will be the bomb back in favor of the T's. They do get control of that. It's going to be a 3-on-3 now. Only 1 man standing on the A side. Twist is going to take him down. That's going to be Reflex. We've got Zate on the car area. He's going to still be able to see Forklift though, so T's needs to be careful here. Twist going to be looking for the man on car. Does take down Zate, and I think this is going to be 11-12. Unless Disturbed can go nuclear here. But the post-plant, let's just look at the post-plant layout of these T's here. They have a triangle of doom going on, so I don't think Disturbed is going to be winning this round anytime soon. May go and try and find an AWP. That would probably make sense at the moment, but looks like he's going to think better off it and hide in T-spawn.
This is a position where the round almost was won by Khan, taking down the 2 players. And he was so patient as well. He was really patient, just waiting there. He could have actually pushed, but he just kept his position unknown. And they could have, gone for a B split out middle and B split, and then he would have trailed in a bit late to the flank. But instead, he just waited for confirmation instead of just going for it. And they eventually decided that they wanted to hit A, and he managed to get 2 frags in the bomb. That could very well have been the round, but unfortunately they weren't able to put it together for them. And 1 round behind 3D Max. It's a really close match and a great way to end this this best of 3.
Let's see where Twist and Zate are playing, and if they're going to meet again. We have CTs possibly expecting an eco here. Got 3 men in their B bomb site, but there will be no eco from these T's. We do have Twist in mid, and his counterpart is going to be on the other side. So Mix-a-Lot himself is going to be rotating to the A bomb site. We may have a lull here. So while he is so Mix-a-Lot, DDK, question is he a purveyor of big butts?
You've lost me completely. All I can see now is big butts in my mind's eye.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
So we have Dumas pushing towards the door, getting some wall bangs in, but Zate isn't holding the correct angle, he is going to be on the A bomb site, so Twist isn't going to find him anytime soon. They do have mid do Flipside, and we may see some peeking towards A at the moment.
3D Max trying to find out what's going on. They're going to see an empty B storage and in fact continue to push instead of leaving a man there. They're going to find the two players lining up. That's 2 frags. They can fall back now. And this is the B split discovered as
the vent push.
They do come in from the vents, and Zender's going to be able to take down one as Berg deals with the other. Flipside looking good now. They are salvaging this round as the players from 3D Max said were too far pushed, unable to stop that approach onto the site. And Zarte going to come in with Khan, and they have a massive amount of work to do. Flipside in good positions. And Khan and Zarte, they'd force this, they may very well lose their weapons. Khan gonna go in first man. There's a player on headshot, he's gonna take him down. Benji falls. Oh, Khan gets the second player. Can Zarte finish off the third? He was peeking, looks like that's not the case. Molotov goes down, he's gonna go for the hold. This is a dangerous situation. Can Sende find him in time? He does barely get him in time. And it's gonna be the round obviously for Flipside, but that went down to the last man. Lots of damage done. And I am surprised that 3D Max were not able to win that one.
It's a free AWP as well for Flipside, and looking at their money, that's going to be really important for them because we are going to the end game here, and we may find ourselves in a clutch situation. So all the money either team can get in the bank here is going to be fantastic. And we do have a 3-man push here from the CTs on the Eco, P250s, and only the 1 CZ and the Deagle as well. Got to be careful for those shots through the smoke from that AWP. Sende does take down Zarte on the B bomb site, but the Ts won't push too fast because they'll be expecting the CTs to stack somewhere, and they're not going to want to run into that unannounced.
Here we go, Khan going to make the peek onto Berg, and Berg is going to manage to get some tags and keep his position safe. Twist going to be finding himself under some pressure, able to discard that pressure with Star with that P250. The honest man's gun, as James usually puts it. And Natu, with the true Finland Svensk, is going to try and see what he can accomplish behind the smoke there on middle, but he's not going to find any heat just yet. We do have them moving in onto Khan's position. This is going to be obviously very, very difficult now for Khan. He's got a hell of a lot of players approaching him now on a really high pace, and they're going to take him down without any further problems. They're going to find the last 2 players, and that's the next round for Flipside, 13-12, as they close. Well, they get closer to that 16 scoreline.
Twist has been going huge for Flipside, and he's currently on 23 kills. I think he's finished the first half on 17, so he may just be top fragging here on the whole map. I'm not really sure. We can have a look in a second, but looks like he is going to be boosted up into mid while we have Zarte in that position towards B. So we may have him looking for the flank a bit later on, trying to get some early frags and give the rest of his team some positional information. Meanwhile, we do have Natu once again boosted up here on the Shroud position, and we'll see if he can
the
get
Shroud
some
position
more
now.
frags. For the time being it is, maybe not permanently, but for today it's
I think he
position.
deserves it after what he did with it.
It was pretty big, but ultimately I think they did still lose. So
Yes, they did, yeah.
it was futile.
Good way to deflate it all. Good job.
Hey man, I'm just following your lead, baby.
Well, Natu is certainly looking potentially very good in this position. It'll be interesting if they, if they're going to look for this or
The
not.
door's been opened behind him. He doesn't want to swing around in case his gun exposes his position. So he will hold this angle here. We have 3 people coming in. Will he go for the shot on the first one? That is the question. They do look for his position there, and it will be a 1-for-1 trade as Twist does get the revenge frag on Natu. Khan taking down Flipside. Dumas coming through the door, and then Zende as well. So Twist, last man standing for his team, is bested by Zarte once again. And it's going to be 13-13 here. This is akin to the match we saw on Dust 2 recently, where it went 12-12, 13-13, 14-14. We may see the same thing again here. Are we going to see overtime from these 2 beasts?
Yeah, Flipside have to splash all the cash. Nothing left in the bank for them. So this is getting really dangerous now. Drawing so close to the end of this match. Benji actually not finding anything. Looked like he surely should have, but they're going to move through the smoke. See, they have the wall of smokes in place. Going to get the opening entry onto the player in vents, and 3D Max, is hard for them to handle this. They can't really see much. They can go for some idle shots through the smoke and hope to hit and connect on something, but actually Flipside not really moving many players towards vents. In fact, no one is going towards the vents. There's 2 players on B ready for a push, and Flipside are just keeping things very passive at the moment, pulling back, contracting back towards the A side of the map, as we do have the potential flank coming in from Benji, the kind of lurker role. You can see Reflex is slowly floating back now, as all will be resting on Khan and Natu to really save this round for 3D Max. As we'll have to see now if Natu can actually pull off any frags here. He's on the toxic ground position. You can see he's worried about both angles here. They know mid is open and ready for the taking, and the players are going to go back to B now. So this is madness from Flipside. All the rotations in the world as they make the entry frags with style. There's no problems found at all for Flipside, as the bomb is going to go down in the back of the site, and 3D Max going to go for the save. Not very much for them to accomplish now, and that was Flipside just outsmarted them there.
Indeed, and it looks like we're going to see an eco here from the CTs, as we have Natu just heading away, and so does Khan. Meanwhile, I think we have some results coming in from some other matches at the moment. Why don't you give us the lowdown, DDK?
Well, we do have a 2-0 for LDLC against Aligon. That MyXMG are currently at a 1-1 scoreline, and Planet Key defeated Mouse Sports 2-0. Pretty interesting result, and I think largely expected so far. MyXMG, I think they're playing with 2 stand-ins or something like that at the moment, so it's no surprise that they're having a bit of a hard time against that. But obviously that is a bit up and coming at the moment, so definitely not taking anything away from them. But we're back into the match. 14-13 now as Flipside draw 2 rounds away from taking this one. This best of 3 in the decider against the Finnish powerhouses 3D Max. Big match for 3D Max as well, as they had a good showing at Stockholm.
Interestingly, Zarte does not have an AWP for this round, and we've seen how much he's been beating Twist on the second half, but he doesn't have the weapon to do it on this occasion, and that will be Reflex to take down Twist. No one to stop Twist right now, so he could turn the tide here for Flipside and bring them to that 15th round.
Well, 3D Max are holding their positions. They lost 1 man, so they've got much to do other than just sit there. But caught in the middle of the air. Khan with a bit of a jump there, bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. Not the ideal thing to do in a gunfight, in the middle of a gunfight, as Flipside now use the round time. We've seen them do a lot of work so far with the round time, just trying to confuse and mess with the rotation of 3D Max, and Natu up into the usual position, it would seem. And last round he wasn't able to get so much from it, as he is going to be, this is key now. Natu is in a really important position. Gets the first snap there, gets the second frag as well. Good stuff there from Natu. Flipside power through though, it's a 3-on-3, and the bomb is soon to go down now as the entry is made onto Khan. Disturbed in Zarte left, as the Molotov gets chucked into the back of the site. Zarte is ready to go up the ladder onto the outer catwalk. Oh, he eyes up the shot, but he can't connect. Disturbed's going to take him down, and now it's all on. 3D Max make their way in as the flash does go in. They're both at the back of the site. They've both been spotted. One's already dead. Dumas comes in and takes the kill onto Disturbed. In comes Zarte, gets the frag, and that's going to be the round there for 3D Max. They hold on, and 14-14. I don't know what's going to happen now. What's happening with the money? 3D Max coming back in wondrous style there, and oh, this is awkward, isn't it?
Zarte's got his AWP back. That is something we can't forget about here. The last round, they didn't have it, and they won it by the skin of their teeth. Twist savaging some people on the 3D Max side, but Zarte is back in control, and now it's Twist without the AWP. So these are factors that are going to make a significant change in how this round may play out.
Both teams really just buying to their limits at the moment. Neither of them have any cash left. Look at that, nothing in the bank for either team. This round basically means 2. This round can basically decide this best of 3. So this is incredibly important stuff. We see the fast middle take, the wall of smoke's going down as Flipside are able to posture towards a B split with this. And we can see that that 3D Max rather aren't necessarily falling for anything just yet. They've seen the shenanigans before as Twist tries to make the pick up towards short.
Very important to note, Disturbed made it all the way into the vent, saw some T's coming out, went for a quick pick, didn't get it, and he didn't re-peek, which is a problem that a lot of CTs do in situations like that. They peek too many times, and they do fall to the larger numbers of the CTs, and that does make their defense weaker, but he's retreated, and now he will mount the defense on the B-bomb site. Does go down to the nade, however. Zarte, again with the AWP, taking down Twist once again, even without one, he takes him down. Takes down Zende as well. Berg will get a trade frag on Zarte. It's going to be 3 versus 3 right now. So let's see who has the advantage here. It's the T's who have the bomb site. They are planting the bomb now. They're planting it in a place where they can't defend it really from being off-site. So they're going to have to find the frags here before the CTs make it onto that wood.
There's Natu eyeing up himself the first kill. He's going to find it onto Dumas, opening up the site for his teammates to come in. They have to synchronize this, and Natu gets the second one. Does he even need any help? It's going to be Reflex to take down Berg, and that's going to be the round there for 3D Max. And the bomb did go down for Flipside, so they will have something in the bank, but they're already stretched completely on the last buy. They had nothing left, so this is very, very grim indeed. And Flipside going to string together an AK, a couple Galils, 2 CZs, and a handful of nades. That's it.
Again, we see the power of the AWP. We spoke about it. We spoke about the fact that Zarte didn't have it in the round before the previous, and Twist did. Twist putting in work. Zarte gets control of it, and then he takes out 2 people on the bomb site, while his friend who rotated away from the vents and kept his life tries to help out and runs distraction as well. So these small points are allowing 3D Max to be on match point with a one round advantage here. Although at the moment, overtime is still entirely capable, but again, Flipside with only 3 rifles on 5 players are going to play the close quarters game and push the B-bomb site here.
This is the position from 3D Max is really nice, and that smoke was really smart, seeing that they took middle, expecting the B split to come in. They know what's going to happen. 3D Max are ready for the push. It's just about holding on now for the cavalry to arrive, but the rotation's not actually coming in just yet. A little bit slow. Still, the rotation's not coming in. So if Reflex goes down, it's going to have to be insane amounts of work done by Disturb to make sure that this round doesn't go straight away to Flipside. That's 2 frags. Great flash coming in to allow that to happen. And Flipside, Dumas taking down 1. There's a second one from Benji, wrapping around headshot. And 3D Max now relying upon Zarte and Khan as they make their way in slowly for this. Khan going to be spotted in the vents, and now it's all on Zarte. Already low, pulls out the CZ. This looks desperate, and that's 15-15. And we get ourselves an overtime. So it's MR5, so it should be MR5 16K, I should think. And looks like we got more rounds to play between these 2 teams.
Indeed we do, and the best thing about this, with the 16K, is that we are going to see Twist and Zarte with the AWPs again, and they have been all important so far. We can see Twist 27 frags, Zarte with 23, not that far behind, but Zarte has been getting the better of Twist in most of their duels so far, at least in the second half of that match. So we can see if that will continue, or if Twist will exact revenge and take his team forward to a possible victory here.
So very slow beginnings. Once again, they want to keep things steady, both teams. And I do love that 3D Max are putting a lot of emphasis in the vent room. That allows them to go for the boost. It allows them to push B storage if they want. They get a lot of ability to fall back onto the site as well if they need to. So there's lots to play with in these positions. You can see now they are deciding to fall back a little bit onto the site and change their positions and keep Flipside without the knowledge of exactly where everybody is standing for 3D Max.
Indeed, so slowly does it for the time being here on the T side, just spreading out, trying to get a pick. We do have Berg looking around the B bomb site. We'll be joined by Benji now. The vent area is cleared, so they'll get a 2-pronged assault on the B bomb site while the bomb itself heads toward A. We can see potential rotations coming in here for Zarte as Benji will get taken out by the sub, but Zarte smells something might be wrong with this situation, and we'll go back towards the A bomb site. Now let's see if that does pay off for them, as Natu does get a first frag on Dumas. Khan will come in as well, so his positioning quite useful there, taking down Twist.
Plant.
And Reflex will take down Berg. So this is looking like a clean sweep in this first round here for 3D Max. Zende, last man standing, is in control of the bomb, and that's all important here. Got a 2-man hold here on the bomb site for the CT. Disturbed with only 6 HP, but staying alive long enough for one more of his teammates to rotate. And Reflex will jump out and get the trade frag for his team. So only 1 man down for 3D Max. It is 16k MR5, so it won't really matter that much in terms of gun survival for the time being. And it is going to be Twist again with the AWP, and Zarte, his counterpart on the other side. So we'll see who gets the first frag out of these 2 guys on this occasion.
Well, Zarte is going to be on the angle. That Twist is about to occupy. He pulls out the grenade, the Molotov, as he does want to prevent them from just jumping up straight into the vents. And from doing that, he does give up position that Twist now has on the angle with the AWP on middle. And he gets the shot. That was clean. Very nice flick there from Twist. And 3D Max now down a man in middle. This is going to put quite the question mark in middle. We don't know exactly what's going on just yet.
Indeed, they have given up middle altogether, and they're going to play 2 and 2. We've got a 2-man A main push here, which is going to give them some information. We're going to see a potential flank here from the CTs as the Ts do slowly push towards B, but they're going to have to be fast because the flip side are right round the corner from the 3D Max compadres on the B bomb site. And there come the counter nades, the Molotovs coming in, the nades coming in from flip side. Twist taking down Disturbed in the corner. It's going to be Reflex to hold here. He is going to face, he is going to fall, and it's going to be a 4 versus 2 retake here for the CTs.
Swinging in now, Khan, first man of contact. All gets a bullet to the chest thanks to Twist. And we'll see if Nati is able to do some damage. He is in a sneaky position here. He's not really been spotted just yet. They don't know anything about him. And he has the silencer as well, so this could be quite nice. Although it's going to be difficult, even if he gets some damage, you know, it's still 16k they started with, so it's not really like they can find an eco very soon. So very nice, very important for Flipside to do so well here. And something worth noting is Natu tries to survive here. He might even get a couple extra frags, maybe not. Twist going to take him out. That's a 4 kill from him. But it was really nice that they heavily naded the headshot, because that took down, I believe it was either Disturbed or Reflex, like almost instantly before he could really do anything. And that's a really dangerous position. So it's really nice they did that. Took
down Disturbed, left Reflex the last man standing. He chose to face, and he did fall to the superior numbers of the flip side team. This is going to be first to 21 to win if this does only go to 1 overtime here. So bear in mind the scores, guys. Right now it's 16-16 as the CT's mount a defense here in mid. It's going to be a crossfire setup, and Twist doesn't get the trade frag on Reflex. He knows where he is though. Flash coming in, not going to flash Twist. Can he get the frag? Maybe through the wall. No, he's going to have to retreat here as 2 men lost on both sides. Bomb is heading towards B. B is in complete control of the T side. Berg going to be holding some angles here, trying to slow down the CTs as the bomb does come in to get planted slowly but surely here by the Ts. Reflex in a position where he could do something, but he's just exposed his position. Even if he gets one, the trade frag might come in here the way the Ts are set up at the moment. Fire all over the place. And who is going to get fragged first? That is the question.
Reflex going to get taken down. They don't have to worry about the flank anymore, as Twist is on the site as well as with the AWP. So far, he's been pretty good at this. It's a nice snap to the chest of Khan. And Natu going to come in. Once again, the last man standing. Of course, and that's a rotation all the way from the A side. And another round for Flipside. That's 2 for them so far and 1 for 3D Max. And Zarte now, not with any money left. Same can be said for Disturbed. So this is actually quite cool for Flipside, because if they win this, the buy from 3D Max in the following round is going to be pretty darn weak.
It's all those lost AWPs. Christmas time is no more as Zarte finds himself short of change here in the 4th round of overtime. It is a 1-round advantage to Flipside. Can Twist get the frag? He's going to re-peak in that position, just like Dennis normally does when he plays on that position as well. Disturbed down to 23 HP. Khan down to 14. This is getting more and more difficult here for the CTs as they do have a 1-round deficit. What are they going to do? Benji down to 10 HP though, that is worth noting at the same time. Mid has been taken once again by the terrorist side. A bomb is going towards B for a pincer movement here from the terrorists. They do have 3 people in mid at the moment. 1 towards A, just that they've been flanked before, they don't want to be flanked again. Keeping their options open as well. They do have just under a minute on the clock here. Twist looking for an opening somewhere, but the CT's nowhere to be found for the time being. We've got 2 per site and the rotation coming backwards and forwards from Reflex at the moment. Just going to try and support whatever site needs it. First frag going to come in from Zarte on the B bomb site as the Ts continue to increase the pressure.
To see if they're able to hold on here. They do have a really nice position, and they haven't been really challenged too heavily just yet. And we do find 1 player hitting that site finally to take down Zarte. He was in the back, but plenty of time was killed, and we do already have 3D Max in with that rotation. Dumas might just find the ply, goes for the fake to try to bait out 1 player. It's not going to work. They do not fall for this. And Dumas against 3 now. Gonna look for the headshot first. It's not gonna work. And the fire is going to burn him alive.
Farewell to the flesh, Dumas. Farewell to the flesh.
So, 3D Max actually saving that round, which is, of course, as previously mentioned, really important because they had no money on a couple players, you know, due to the AWP buys and so on and so forth. And this is going to give them a pretty even first half. It could have been pretty lopsided otherwise, so good news for them. And 3D Max, they haven't been very quick on the rotations. On that round, we saw that they had a lot of time to actually try to push or get some information to actually work out what Flipside were doing, because they weren't in A main forever. But looks like we're going to see a quick push, and this was not expected at all by 3D Max, and Benji's going to actually capitalize on that surprise and take down Disturbed. So already looking grim for 3D Max now.
Disturbed trying to get into vents the rudimentary way compared to how Virtus.pro do it, where they shoot the vent through the grill as they go through to B and then boost that way. So does get caught short, and that is a massive advantage in the last round of the first half here for the T side. First getting the second frag, then they're getting the third frag, and this is a disaster for 3D Max.
Yeah, there's not much left for the players to do, but it's the last round of the first half, so they're going to have to go for it. Dumas does take down Khan in the back, so we're left with Natu. See if Natu is able to accomplish anything. He has to try to win the round against 5 players. This would be quite the clutch if there ever was one. We haven't seen quite a clutch like that since existence. It was 1 versus 5. But there you go. They're going to take the frag, and that's going to be an 18-17 situation going into the second half. And we'll have to see who is the first to break here between these two teams. They've been playing round for round, pretty much for the majority of Cash. So where does it end? Who puts their foot down? Who do you think is the better team? Who has who do you think deserves to win? Who do you think is the better team with more potential, and the better team in this matchup?
It's hard to say because Twist has been getting massive frags in for his team. He is heading towards a 40 bomb in this second half. 3D Max has been pretty solid as well, and despite the amount of frags Twist has had, Zarte has stopped him from hitting that 40 bomb. So there's not much between these teams at the moment, as you can see from the score. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably just run out the room because I can't really find anything that separates these two teams at the moment. They seem to be balancing each other out. Again, it's the AWPs who are doing a lot of work here. Twist and Zarte cancelling each other out to some degree. And we do find ourselves slowly going into the second half of this overtime. So we'll see how it goes.
Someone mentioned to me that it's pronounced Corone and not Khan.
Corone.
Corone. It's kind of impossible to know that though.
Indeed it is.
Corone.
Corone, almost Corona.
Corona, almost.
Mm.
You a fan?
I was on the Coronas yesterday, man. Today I'm on the Peroni. We are in Italy after all.
Yep.
Second half plos.
Yeah, James is incredibly drunk right now, as you can tell.
That is a lie.
People wouldn't be able to tell you if you're drunk anyway, because you're always just full of madness.
Full of madness.
Full of madness, insanity.
Thank you very much.
It's a good way to live.
I'm glad our grenade made it to Italy.
Yeah,
I would have been sad if it didn't.
Although it is being blocked by the grill in front of the desk.
Oh my god, a grill?
Oh my god, a grill. Yep.
I had to. I apologize. But just wait till DreamHack, man. When I get my sign out, my oh my god, a grill sign, that's gonna be.
Didn't you already take it to a DreamHack?
I forgot to. I left
oh, you
it.
forgot it?
I left it in the studio. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You need someone to help you, like a personal assistant.
I do. Maybe a grill.
Maybe a grill. It's not even that funny at all.
No, it's not really. The sign's cool, but when you say it on stream, it's just really lame. So I'll have to retire from ripping out the lame jokes and leave it to you, DDK.
All right, thank you. At least I don't have competition. That's good. That's good. Well, we're into the second half now, and
DDK
it's business as usual.
With that monopoly on bad jokes.
I need something. I need a thing, and that's an easy go-to.
Let's do it.
So we'll have to see now if 3D Max are able to break the defensive lines here. And it is actually Dumas who gets pop flashed out, and that's actually a tag from Zarte through the wall, and that's going to result in 19 health for Dumas. As 3D Max slowly repositioned now off of the back of that little altercation. And not picking up the kill there obviously changes the round a little bit, and they're playing quite dynamically, just trying to play off the picks. And they do have a couple Molotovs, and again, you know, the Molotovs can be used to clear out the vents most typically if you want to set up a push into those vents for the B-split after the wall of smokes, for example. But Twist actually boosted. Oh, that was sick! Nice shot there from Twist. That boost up really helping out. And we're going to see that it's going to be the mid play indeed for 3D Max, as Disturbed is going to make the peek up from White Box. Gets surprised by Berg. That's 2 frags for him. As Zate tries to get the return, he does find the response. As Corone is going to find himself 1 as well. That's going to move things to a 2 versus 3, and the bomb is actually on the site at the moment. It's yet to go down, but I'm sure they will remedy that promptly. There it is. Nice flick from Twist. He is heading the shots right now. Dante left in a 1-on-3. There's a single frag, but that's all he's going to find. And Flipside will take the round.
Okay, so Flipside make it 1 round towards that magical 21. If it goes...
19-17. So it looks like Mike's were able to actually win versus that for a quick update for you guys. 2-1. Okay, so 3D Max. Down a couple rounds now. They've got to be careful that things don't get out of hand. Twist is really just putting in mad work. I see that 37 frags. Good job, Twist. 37. Almost at the 40 bomb. And you can see that he's kind of out-achieving pretty much everybody else on the server.
Indeed, but is it going to be enough? They are 2 rounds away from victory here, and 3D Max...
and they've left him in B storage as well, so that allows them to rotate most players towards A. Good stuff here from Flipside.
Great aggressive positioning here from Flipside on the B bomb site. So they've got a 3-1-1 set up here at the moment. Some Glenn Hoddle business coming out with this formation. And Reflex is going to get flashed in A main. We may see a push here from Berg through A main if they get another flash going. He is going to potentially go for the boost as well. Natu style. Looks like Reflex smells the rat, and the rat has been stomped out. Zende going to go down, but the boost was real. Is he going to peek for the boost here? Is he aware that it's been successful? I'm not sure if he is.
Well, unless the player is in that position, you should be suspecting a boost, or at least checking for it. And I'm sure that 3D Max will do that, as they have quite the propensity to do that boost as well.
We have a 3-man push here.
Around for the A split now. They got 3 coming up short now as Berg's on the position. Going to go for the drop, and that's really smart, but he gets dealt with immediately by Reflex. And 3D Max, they are going to plant the finish flag just hard down on top of that A bomb site as they drop the bomb as well. And there surely is no welcoming for the Swedes. Going to get kicked out of the A site, and they aren't even going to attempt it.
Indeed. I know Lopez is rooting for his Finnish compatriots to come through here in this tournament. They are looking good to take this round, and they again will be 3 rounds away. 1 round behind Flipside, but they will need 3 rounds in order to take this. So basically they have to win every round here, and otherwise they can only reach overtime to Flipside. Do need 2 of the remaining 3 rounds again, otherwise we may be finding ourselves in the second overtime here. Twist going over the 40 bomb as well. So anything can happen. Again, Zate with the AWP. Let's see where he chooses to take it. In the rounds where he's taken out Twist, he's done really well. But they haven't found each other just yet. We do have Zate being boosted into the mid area, and Twist with an aggressive position, but Zate will bet him once again. So that's a massive advantage here at the beginning of the round for 3D Max. Can they convert it into 19-19, however?
Zende's up close there, flush with the wall. He's going to have to pull out a big result. That's 1 frag. That's the second one. Pulls out the USP, but the work has been done. Berg is going to be able to finish off Corone there, who is pushing in the straggler. Eliminated, and there's a 3-on-2 situation. Zate still alive with the AWP for 3D Max, as they are trying to assess their options currently. And with a minute left, and a 2-on-3, they should actually be able to pull something together. They just have to make a decent entry frag, and then the round is more than certainly alive, and they have all the options. They can go through vents if they choose.
We've got Flipside with setting up the crossfire on A at the moment. We've got Dumas in A main, and we have Berg on the site here. So if they choose the wrong angles, they could find themselves facing 2 guns in opposite directions. And indeed, they are possibly heading towards the A bomb site, and the flank is coming in from Benji as well. So If this is a fake, then they need to move fast. Benji, not sure where he needs to go. Going to head back towards the B bomb site. Got two Flipside players stuck on A for the time being. 20 seconds remaining here. They need to get this frag fast on Benji and get the bomb down. And the bomb is down, but it's down on the floor. And Benji's going to hold on his own, get down both the 3D Max players, and it's Flipside match point now.
And really, really well played there by Flipside. And 3D Max are in a lot of trouble. They do have more than enough money to get their full buy going, and that's not the issue for them. The issue is having to get a couple rounds in quick succession and keeping Flipside away from that match. Well, they're on match points, they're keeping them away from winning the match. And you're going to see the opening defensive posture come in from 3D Max as they try to play the most safe round they possibly can. Flipside, though, they're not really putting in the aggression. They have a standard setup. They've got, well, actually, this is a little bit not so standard, in fact. They have 3 players towards B, 1 in the vents, and Twist is going to pick off a player towards B storage and then quickly rotate. So, interesting stuff from Flipside right now as they now move into a more default setup.
We've got Crone in a position where he can throw those nades into the vent in mid, possibly run the fake as he heads towards the door here on the A bomb site. Looks like this is potentially the last stand here for 3D Max as the CTs are rotating towards A. They've got 3 people covering the A bomb site at the moment. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 unless we see more CTs come in. The nades are coming out here for the T side. They need to survive. They need to get the bomb down. They've been counter-flashed already, so they're stuck in A main for the time being. Just coming out to Forklift now. Dumas got an angle. It's going to see Disturb through the smoke, but Disturb's going to fall, take him out first. Zandy does get a frag onto Crone, but they're all falling here for the CTs, and they managed to take it. So it's going to be a Flipside. Sorry, it was the Ts that were falling there rather than the CTs, but that was a solid round there, the final round there from Flipside, and they do move on to the next round.